You see the big ban, it gets banned a lot, it gets banned a lot, it gets banned a lot. Then it stops getting banned, and then someone remembers it.
For last pick.
And they've...
And it purges Ghost Shroud and Strafe as well.
And Strafe too, yeah.
Yeah.
What a pick from Virtus.pro now.
And the pressures clean so much. And we just said summons and illusions are really good. He's just going to get one creep, and the Clinks is going to have a very, very hard laning phase.
Kind of forces Optic maybe to pick a different core than they hoped to, just to get better lane matchups, or at least to swap their lanes around.
They have a lot of sustain on the side of VP now with that pick too. They have the IO, the Oracle, the Enchantress if they are going for pushes, the Tether with the Nature's Attendance.
And still massive late game.
Yeah.
And PTB damage as well.
Can't believe we made it that far in the draft.
It's like one of those heroes we're just assuming expand for 6, because that's always been the case up till now.
I completely forgot. Because Optic also used to ban it like every game. I think they banned it like 12 times or something. And suddenly they didn't.
They're low on time here.
Gotta make a decision fast. It's very hard now. The last pick has to cover a lot of weaknesses, and I don't know if they can do it actually.
It's like PL, but...
They probably have to play behind and draft.
Not too sure. They take the
other side of the draft.
Oh, they've done this before. When they know CC&C can get a really good mid matchup, they'll pick him Husker.
Okay. Draft is complete. And we have our first game ready to rock and roll between Optic and Virtus.pro.
Got to look for these 5-minute bounty runes, top lane. VP should be having them under control. PPD wants to try and battle against the Enchantress. Solo's already moving up, but PPD will reach it first, so Denial is the only other choice they have, or killing PPD. He's in deep, no TP scroll available, and this may be our first blood. In fact, it will be. Pasha drops the nuke. CC&C is the man. They'll probably see the Armored on right now. Ramsey's the smoke's going to break. Cooldown's coming off cooldown at the moment. CC&C, life breaks its way forward. Roger, it's a lot of damage on him. The cooldown's still going to hit nicely, but they need more support. They need to back up with the Reaper side. The Ramseys cannot be protected. No one can get a 4-man breathe fire, so the damage output from Optic is very, very low. But everyone from Optic, bar PPD, came over. That allowed Pasha to take the tier 1 tower on bottom. And Optic instantly looking for the rebuttal.
So... could make a difference.
Bottom lane, 33. Oh, they're going to find a different target. It's going to be Zai. He'll go in for his stomp, but Pasha loves this. He'll just keep his distance. Throwing out the Impetus, he can find the kill pretty quickly. There's no instant movement forward because PPD has arrived. Dragon Knight's still on his way, so he's not ready to fight in this one just yet. They trigger the drum charge and the call down. It looks like Ramsey wants to be part of this fight, chasing PPD into the tree line. CC&C, Pasha's got the spaces to beat into him, and Solo has to save himself from Pycat. Support is still coming in. CC&C, he's already found the kill. The relocate out does not come in time. So Solo and Ramses both go down. And that's a weird kind of fight. And you know it's not over yet. 1 second, and IO's coming back all the way down to bottom. And goodbye, Roger.
PPD played the tree line really nicely there. Just biding his time. Optic look like they want to try to defend every tower. I really like this mentality. I think when you're stronger than the enemy like this, you don't give anything up for free.
VP need to leave right now. 33 is already there. You've got the BKB Clanks ready to jump into the fight, and the stomp, it won't be able to connect. Homing missile will chase down 33. Pycat's found a target over on the right. It's going to be Pasha. He'll sprite up and push up the hillside. A missed chance will not be there. Can they get close enough? No, Roger tethers forward. They want to keep the run. Call down from Ramsey. Turns on the BKB and the flag cannon. PPD can't maintain that life. Pycat runs away. Here comes the ET splitter. Will not connect on anybody. And Solo has to actually protect himself. There's a lot of life taken away from Optic, but remember, they can just stand their ground, or can they? Husker stunned up by the magic missile. The ET top doesn't do enough work. Ramsey's in close, and can they bring down the BCC? Just armor toggling it while Roger, 33, executes him in the back lines. They're back underneath the tower. 33 into Ghost Shroud, wants to dive in deeper. The stomp once again, whiffing on the skies as Husker under the tier 2 tower. Zai doesn't want to stick around much longer, but Pycat does into the back lines. He'll find Ramses, diffuses him up. Ramses cannot fight that power. CC&C and Pycat, both wicked sick, both living under the tier 2 tower and forcing the issue against Virtus.pro.
And you see what he's buying.
CC&C.
He's working on that MKB.
Ramses, he's in trouble, has to PKB. The diffuser blade of Pycat kept him low, but at the same time, Pycat, he's got no mana to work with. He's got cheese available. There's another stomp. Will miss his target. CC&C stunned up. And Ramses, he goes in deep. The Reaper side won't find the kill. The false promise was there to protect him. The call down making it difficult for Optic to get to the front lines, but not for CC&C. Just life breaks forward, looking to break the back of Virtus.pro. And they're in a pretty damn good position to do it. Back to objective-based gaming. Tier 3 tower and Rax needs to fall.
Yeah, he needs to get this MKB. So they need this MKB and they need the Aegis to expire.
The Dragon Tail stump, they're going to find 33. He's died more times than anyone else on Optic Gaming, but with Husker jumping forward, the stomp's out, and Gyrocopter, PPD's on solo life. The balls from Io will kill him off, freeing Ramses from the bind, and finally they break the Aegis to the Immortal. Call down from Ramses, he gets something in return, but they're so far behind. Optic can just walk through it, and GG. The call comes out. Virtus.pro knew that was the last roll of the dice. Optic Gaming take game 1 against a team they have struggled to defeat all season. And now VP are 1 loss away from being eliminated from TIA.
That was a trump pick Huskar. Classic Huskar game. Gets picked in a game where he has all these good lane matchups, and I'm very curious to hear in a moment what the panel thinks, because I feel very strongly that they had to put the Enchantress mid in this game. I think Dragon Knight, you can't, even if you want to get that level 6 faster than in a side lane, you just can't get this crushed in the laning stage.
All right, what are we seeing last? The Brute mid. It's a tiny off lane, maybe safe lane. No one's tiny is really good.
I think with the Batrider, what they're trying to do is just apply a lot of pressure in the lane, right? So they can take the focus off the Alchemist.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so they're putting
Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker versus that Alch and putting that Brute elsewhere.
Okay.
Might still be Bloodseeker safe lane as well.
Might well
Which is
be.
not very good against Batrider, though.
Indeed, our draft has concluded. 5 heroes have been selected by both teams. One team is 1-0 up. That's enough stats from me, though.
As well as a Mango.
Oh,
so
top lane, Avalanche is out. The Bramble is perfect. Zai got locked in. One more attack is required. Okay, make it 2. Roger, that's a really short duration Shadow Realm. So Zai, thanks to stick charges, he'll go up, but remember, when these players are low, you get a slightly buffed up hero, but it won't matter when Pycat's the real buff. The toss tree! Zai! How can he just keep living?
What was that from Roger?
No one's coming in to help out.
Nice.
There's your blood right out, and bottom lane, CCNC will fall while the stun's over on Roger. He'll have to hide inside the Shadow Realm, and, well, the stuns. He's got some distance. Roger's still on the run. Zai and Pycat, one more attack from Pycat. It's not enough. Stick charges, they just keep the run going. CCNC's doing the same thing. He's managed to walk all the way back to the shrine, and no one rotating before he has Rupture does not find the kill, but they find Solo. Dual Breath, Concoction, not available, won't matter. Bloodright tries to buy a little bit of space. Nightmare keeping the Batrider out of this play. He's got no extra life, or does he? With the 1 charge, it's 50 HP. Yeah, 33 can't reach him. No extra control, no slow. Everyone walks away.
I can't believe CCNC survived that bottom fight. He was floating on 1% health for like 5 seconds against a thirsted Bloodseeker, but they couldn't close the distance and get the kill.
They're up to
now
no one.
Instead,
Flame Break trying to create a little bit more space. The Bloodright is out. Lasso, 33 tries to reach it, but silenced up under the tower. But with the Firefly, he should have the damage until Pasha arrives. Avalanche is out with a Brain Sap. They can find some revenge on the 33. He's probably the bigger kill now, considering no one was a non-factor. Nightmare has to be switched off. Zai creates space and will sacrifice himself with the Bramble. It connects on CCNC. Solo with the body block. He's got the Curse Crown on top of him too. Alchemist, you won't survive from this one. Or can you? The stun from Zai creates more space. Roger will still finish the job, but Pasha has to run away from the illusion of the Alchemist. They're starting to punch him down underneath the tier 1 tower. He will now be safe.
meanwhile, Ramses killed PPD again.
Diffusal Blade is on Ramses, so he knows he can try and take this fight against CCNC. He runs away. Diffusal Blade charge was already used. CCNC,
okay,
they're actually going in deep, way too deep. Solo's got it. He's actually got too much distance. He can't catch up. Ramses, I am uncertain about what that was. Now they try and turn. No one with the double damage room. Needs to be a little bit lower. Looking for a good Rupture target. The Nightmare protects for a moment Dark Willow, but it's still going to be a death. Virtus.pro. What were they looking for? Apart from death? No one. He can get the kill on Design, get a little bit more life to survive. He's able to do so. Needs to keep the run going. 1 charges cannot. Actually, they've already been burnt. They could not help him anymore. And Virtus.pro questionable. And now they go for mid. Rupture and the toss, the damage. CCNC can't help but burn. That combination is sweet.
That was the same combination we saw from LGD against Liquid yesterday.
Oh, they may just walk into Roger.
Away.
That's the worst hero, unless they got that. Blink reveal, Lasso is up. Shadow Realm from Roger will not come in time. PyCat was even committing the gust for it, but you see Virtus.pro, they turn their attention, they want to come for the fight, and Pasha comes in close range. You'll get the Avalanche Sun over on 2, but the Ice Path is good from PPD. With the Door Breath and the Macropire, they can actually have some damage on this choke point, swapping Ramses back out again, so we can't just fight with the Fiend's Grip. It caught out 33. Solo had the high ground position. The support, it's arrived. No one's in the engagement. They were so low, he moved so fast, and they'll keep the chase going. CCNC, TP out will be successful. Zai, however, will not be so lucky. The last man left standing. He knew he was dead. A triple kill for Ramses. As Virtus.pro, Pasha just moving down. He has to blink away, but the Shiva's Guard connects on him, so he can't blink away. Terrorize being used to force everyone away. It hit both the Alchemist and the Drow Ranger. Pasha swapped back into the Macropire, and where's the real fight? The BKB from PyCat. He can stand. Lasso onto the Broodmother. The BKB was already up. Someone's going to kill off Zai at the moment. He's killing off Solo. No one. He's in the engagement. The Rupture is out. Drow Ranger standing its ground, but it's Optic Gaming who are coming out on top. The Blade Mail from no one. He'll TP out to safety. PPD, he's surviving through this with a stun from Zai, who TP'd out. He can help and keep his captain alive for at least half a second longer. The Pasha revealed. Avalanche tries to create a little bit more space. Concoction from CCNC. Control and kill. What a massive 1-2. 900 gold, a 10-time kill streak. What it doesn't see is the Observer and Sentry from Optic Gaming. So Pasha waits around the back, dewarding is out, Blink Lasso, there's a Nightmare, trying to protect Roger, so maybe he can get into the Shadow Realm, won't happen, the Fiend's Grip, CCNC is controlled and held in position, allowing Ramses to kill up PPD. Now he turns his attention over towards the Alchemist. Concoction stun was pretty damn good. The BKB was already down for the Broodmother, no one was protected, but double buybacks in from Optic. Drow Ranger now opening up on Pasha, he's underneath the Sentry Ward, no way to escape, and this is a huge fight. Everyone knows that the buybacks are coming thick and fast. Primary thing is Roshan. He is the main man that everybody wants to get.
Bloodseeker down to 8, Brute down to 6. And
oh,
he used
they're
his
looking
whole
in.
BKB on killing the Jakiro.
Fireflies off cooldown. The Pasha exploding PPD. They'll go towards the skies. Ramsey's going in. His BKB will now be triggered. He's trying to keep PyCat down and keeping away from, well, everyone else. How much can CCNC maintain here? He's got his concoction. The double stun is up. CCNC wants to keep battling at 33. The perfect stun with the Cursed Crown. It tagged him up too. Zai wants to stand his ground. Pasha, he's got the toss up. PyCat, the swap out, but no one's back in. Everyone's so low. His speedy got no one. You'll cat the distance into no one. Onto CCNC, finding the kill. 33 up towards the air. The burn is still real, however. The Flame Break doing its work. 33 will sacrifice his life. Buyback was there from the Alchemist. 33 does go down to Pasha's last swing, but Concoction flies forward. They have to split. Nightmare from Solo. So beautiful. Dodges the attack. Dark Willow can get inside the Shadow Realm. Another Concoction up for the Alchemist, looking for the target. The Shiva's Guard will find the kill, and CCNC will stun himself. There's no follow-up, however. Everyone's practically dead.
Oof, these fights are so crazy.
He's regenerating at least.
Oh, there's a big item coming up too. Can't forget about this. Pasha is still making item progress. He's getting a 10-second BKB for this next fight, and he has been really, really countered by this Batrider in some of these engagements. He can now ignore the sticky napalm for 10 seconds. What he can't ignore, however,
is Optic.
Optic should be able to grab this.
Oh, Pasha's thinking about it. Here comes the Terrorize, flies it forward. CCNC and PyCat both BKB. So there's no counter. Roger has to defensively Yule Scepter up. Concoction's flying in. He's got no Shadow Realm available, so Roger will die. The Cursed Crown is onto PPD, and no one wants to make the most out of it. PPD, my God, he just cannot live in this. Neither can Zai. A double kill for the man. There's no one. They go deeper. The Avalanche, he'll catch over on 2. Tiny, Pasha tossing him up, putting that 10-second BKB to work. Remember, they use their BKBs to take the Roshan. So Optic are on the full run. A tree toss, they can force-staff him up. That's 33, holding onto his core, who can then give the cheese over. So PyCat, a little bit more life, but the reinforcements have arrived. BKB from Ramses. He wants this kill. He wants these dead people. 33, can't even get the lasso. He got ruptured and silenced. He never got the control.
Oh, yeah, 0 buybacks, like you said.
Yeah, there's
so
nothing.
BP can go straight down mid. Sure, you've got an Aegis on the Alchemist, but you're playing a 1-on-5 right now. Sure, Jakiro is going to spawn. That's 1.2 versus 5 this game.
The only thing they need is the creep wave. Roger's taking care of that right now. They'll be battling backdoor regeneration. So this gives Optic a little bit of extra time for the defense. Alchemist putting down the acid spray. Anything he can do to slow down Virtus.pro. Shiva's got as well, but Solo, they've got the Curse Crown, the Nightmare CNC. He has to burn the BKB, but the Avalanche toss into the back lines and actually throwing PPD towards the VP side of this fight. Alchemist still the sole survivor. Concoction flies forward from CCNC. He'll connect onto Ramses, but they're losing mid-racks. There's no way that Optic can actually initiate into this, especially with the dead Batrider. And the dead Drone, and the dead everybody. Diffuser Blade, they'll break free, caught inside the Bramble. Curse Crown as well is more of a control factor from Virtus.pro. Taking out first the mid, now the bottom. CCNC can sit there and watch. He's actually controlled. Fiend's grip, not even there yet. He's just reeling from the Terrorize. Locked inside the Bramble, and Pasha tosses him out. The Aegis Immortal that dies in mid-air. He was ruptured up, and Virtus.pro, all they want to do is leave. Optic are coming out. That Shrine is brought down by Pasha's last hit. No one, blink in, 33! He couldn't find the target, and they just toss no one forward! 33 will at least get the lasso. Dark Willow's trying to help him out, the Curse Crown, 33. He can actually just die on the top lane. Ramses was in the middle of Optic. His BKB is gone, the Heaven's Halberd disabling up Alchemist, and they're all terrorized. Pycat can take his ground thanks to the BKB, but Pasha is just clubbing him down with trees. CCNC can get the concoction out, but Ramses, he just tanks. You can't kill him. Okay, you can kill him, but the follow-up is still going to be there. Defensive, Yule Scepter up, Alchemist done by the Curse Crown, dead for 2 minutes. That may just be the game. PPD can buy back, but what real good is that? Zaya's running back to the base, the sole survivor for Optic Gaming, and Solo dunks him on the head. They're ready to finish the job, and that really is it. Virtus.pro, they will take the top lane of Rax, and there appears to be no hope left for Optic.
Well, they're thinking twice about it here.
So if no one can get the Rupture and they get the toss back, then this is going to work for them. And there it is. Rupture to begin with. CCNC just wants to get back into the fountain. The Terrorize is up. He'll cop a lot of damage, but then regenerate it up. Beating into the tier 4 tower. It's down already. The Blood Right keeping Optic contained. Same with the Bramble. CCNC can use the BKB to try and escape from it. And the lasso, they found a target. It's no one. They're pulling him in, but he's still got BKB plus Blade Mail. Pycat just wants one kill, but he can't even get a support. This really is too much power. Virtus.pro are unstoppable. And GG. Virtus.pro will level the series. We may go 2-0s in the early part of this playoff, but everything now, it always goes to 3.
Yeah, this game had a lot of exciting fights. At one point, it looked like Optic were actually coming back in this game, but the early laning stage, the drafting from VP, especially the Brood Mother in this game, ends up being very, very impactful. Even with no one getting shut down pretty hard on the mid lane, they still managed to come back and control that mid game. Pasha on the Tiny ends the game with a ridiculous scoreline of 22 and 19.
And Optic is looking for
it's flexible. They also don't know who's going.
They
like
could do
Tiny.
Welcome to the Jamboree draft. No
they
one
could
knows.
do Batrider here.
Yeah,
it's really good at catching Nature's Prophet, great versus Necrophos, gives them team fight and slows around the Tombstone with the sticky Napalm.
Bad Lina, Ember, or Storm.
Or Anti-Mage.
Or Coddle.
Oh, please.
It's the Lina.
I knew it.
A more
See,
standard Lina.
I named 5 heroes. I knew I was right.
It's the last 5 heroes left in the pool.
I like that it gives them the burst through the Necro.
Indeed. Okay, draft complete.
He's out of consumables. He's got a stick available. But Solo continuously hitting him up. Trying to drop the armor down so he sits at 3 on Undying, thanks to the Blightstone. Mid lane, no one. Heavy damage onto CCNC. The Lion Strike Array will connect, but at the same time, up on top lane is Ramses, who was the first blood. And it looks like 33 is ready to fight once more. Using that nighttime vision just to close the distance, come around the side. No one's got a stun.
All right, mid lane, PPD. Oh.
Another nightmare from PPD. Fiend's Grip's coming off cooldown. Avalanche flies out from no one and the TP forward from Solo. They try and use the Terrorize to force everyone to go back and send Ramses in for the Reaper's side. That CCNC gone. The sacrifice, it's currently Solo. But he is the normal sacrifice of Virtus.pro. There's extra help. Zai arrives. Tombstone in position. They're tossing Ramses in. Oh, it's not an easy moment. Ramses gets the death pulse off. They're low on Optic, but Ramses will die in just a similar fashion.
Oh, he wanted to toss the Undying there. I guarantee it. That was not the plan.
Betrayal.
Well played.
So Roger will see that for half a second. Courier takes a turn into the Shadow Realm for the Dark Willow, trying to split the fight up with the Bramble Maze, Avalanche toss, and a follow-up Curse Crown. Undying is deleted before he can get the Tombstone off. Revenge is 33s. But while this is still happening, they have to use Fortification. The Tier 2 tower was taking considerable damage. Pycat can now find the Revenge. Sprout from Solo, TP out, they'll cut through the damage. Hey, actually buys in the time with the toss. Pycat could not get the last Searing Arrow out. The PPD gets the control onto no one. Avalanche is there, no one with a couple of one-chucks. Wrath of Nature bounces through. That Reaper's side, Pycat will be able to survive. He had enough life to live. Reincarnation will finally pop for the first time in a long time, but Pasha lends the stun, bounces over towards Pycat. One more hit will do it. Double kill for Pasha. PPD trapped inside the trees. HY said this was safe. It's not the case with the Hellfire Blast. Pasha's going up the kill, but the Tombstone is perfect. Zai is able to fight with CC&C. The Pasha is still a beast. A triple kill for him. The stun's available. Throws it out. Trying to control up the damage. And it is. CC&C will fall. Ramsey in the trees. And now they sprout him again. Zai can't get away. Ramsey's finally brought down. PPD with level 4 brain sap will be there. And it's worth it. But it's his life that is the sacrifice. Virtus.pro come out on top. What they didn't realize, there was an observer ward watching their maneuver. So Virtus.pro already in the position. They were using Ramses as bait. He's got the Aegis Immortal, so they start on PPD. The Tombstone is down, but will give them the team fight they require. Not when the Terrorize sends them into the waiting arms of no one. 2 heroes down. Zai is still on the retreat, and that's why the Curse Crown not available just yet. They just kept the reveal. Sprout, create more, and then the Reaper's side. So much health on Zai. Just able to amplify it all up. 3 heroes down for Optic Gaming without buybacks available.
Too phased by that, though.
Yeah, they're still in a very commanding position. The jump is good for them. They just need a nice target. Zai's going to present himself. No Tombstone available anymore. And look at the Horde. They just sum it up. The melee racks, it'll go down to the Horde. With the Aegis Immortal time now, they don't want to fight this one. But then again, 33, he'll force the issue. Jumping in close. And the Enrage is almost fully wasted out. PPD got himself a great Fiend's Grip, but it still will not be enough. They'll kill off PPD, move through 33, and Zai on the retreat. The Hellfire Blast is out. And Undying tries to walk away. Slowed up so much. 3 heroes down for Optic. Virtus.pro, normally their Achilles heel, and it looks like here in Game 3 it may be exactly the same scenario. VP trying to keep Optic winless and potentially knocking out the previous TI winner PPD from TI.
This is looking a lot more like the VP we were expecting going into the tournament. They go through a good laning stage, they go through a strong mid game, take really intelligent and powerful team fights. And Optic, they could not keep up with the pace in this game. This is 2 lanes of Raxman at 25. VP seem to be, after that last win, they're heating up, moving forward into this main event, unless Optic can pull the most ridiculous comeback of the whole tournament.
Pycat visible for half a second. Half a second is long enough to get the dust off. PPD came out. Nightmare will protect him a little bit longer, but there's the Reaper's side and the Curse Crown. PPD's out for a minute, and they'll look for the next one. Over towards Pycat. Disarmed. 33 does find the back line, killing off Roger, but the expense is so high. Solo's into the tree lines. He can't TP out away from this one. They just kill up the Tombstone. Now that Zai is back to the world of the living, and maybe he'll be sent back to the underworld. Solo actually lives through all of this, thanks to the help of Ramses. Pycat doesn't accept it, however, but this is GG. Pycat calls it. The game is over. Optic are eliminated from the International, and Virtus.pro keep their hopes alive. They'll reach the same round they reached last year, pushing through into the lower bracket round 4. They didn't get much further than that last year. They're looking to change it with the momentum they get from the win here.
This is a really great timing for VP to play their best game of the tournament. This game was super convincing, great laning, great fighting. I think their draft was super solid too. The solution that they found for the Undying that was supposed to be part of a trump card here from Optic, it looked like a fantastic hero. The Nature's Prophet worked out so well. And you looked across this game, there was a minor lane win for Optic on the Ursa lane, but the other two, the Tiny ended up winning the lane against the Lina. They crushed the top lane after being first blooded with a bit of a mistake on the Necrophos from Ramses, but after that, it was just all VP. They won every single engagement and got more runes, more towers, just cleanly outplayed them. from the beginning to the end of this game.
Yeah, it was fantastic. VP, they pushed through with a 2-1 victory.